Hi dear students, today we are going to discuss about environmental pollution. In this lecture we are going to cover some definitions about pollution and environmental pollution, types of environmental pollution, and finally we are going to learn some ways through which we can stop polluting our earth. Before defining environmental pollution, I'd like to define the word pollution. So, the word pollution can be defined as influence of any substance causing nuisance, harmful effects, or uneasiness to the organisms. So, for these substances also we have a specific terminology, which is pollutants. So now we can define environmental pollution as any undesirable change in physical, chemical, or biological characteristics of any component of the environment which can cause harmful effects on various forms of the life or property. About types of pollution, we can say that there are 4 types of pollution basically: water pollution, air pollution, land pollution, and finally noise pollution, that we are going to talk about each of them specifically. Starting from water pollution. As a definition for the water pollution, we can say that any change in physical, chemical, or biological characteristics of water through natural or human activities that makes water unfit or unsuitable for its designed use is being referred as water pollution. There are some sources of water pollution, some causes for the water pollution that we are going to discuss. The first one is industrial wastes. So we know that the discharge of liquid wastes from industries and commercial bodies can harm water, can pollute the water. And basically these industries can be food processing industries, textile industries, or paper industries, and so on. When they discharge some liquid wastes to the water sources, it is a big resource of water pollution. Second type of pollution is inorganic pollutants. Inorganic pollutants include some metals, chlorides, phosphates, sulfates, and as well as some acids and alkalies. When they release these type of chemicals to the water, it can cause to water pollution. Next type of water pollutant is organic molecules. Organic molecules like some oils, fats, greases, phenols, and other several kind of organic molecules can be organic pollutants. Agricultural wastes. So we know that constantly using pesticides or some chemical fertilizers can harm water as well. Next type of pollution is air pollution. As a definition for air pollution, we can say that it is the introduction of chemicals, particulate matters, or biological materials that cause harm or discomfort to human or other living organisms, or cause damage to the natural environment and build environment into the atmosphere. So we know that we have an atmosphere above us, which is made up of different gases. When the nature of these gases changes, it can harm living organisms living in that environment. And any change in the atmosphere is being referred as air pollution. So there are some causes for the air pollution. We can start from the carbon dioxide. This happens because of the deforestation and fossil fuel burns. And sulfur dioxide also can be cause of air pollution due to the burning sulfur-containing components or fossil fuels. The amount of sulfur dioxide might increase in the atmosphere. And finally, sulfur dioxide. It is very dangerous to human at a high concentration because in the atmosphere, sulfur dioxide is responsible for the acidic rain. Next type of pollution is land pollution. About land pollution, we can say that it is the demolition of Earth's land surface often caused by human activities and their misuse of land resources, and it occurs when waste is not disposed properly. So basically there are some causes for land pollution as well. For example, construction. So we know that when the population living in the world increases, the demand for food and living places increase as well. So for construction, for making that buildings and living places, or we can say cities, they have to chop off the trees and change forests to the cities basically, which is a kind of construction that pollutes the earth. The second type of earth pollutant is agricultural. Basically, we can say that using pesticides and some certain type of chemicals in order to fertilize their farmland also can damage or pollute land as well. Next type of pollutant is domestic waste. So we know that domestic waste are the wastes from our homes, offices, and industries. Usually they are recyclable. It means we can recycle or reuse these kind of wastes, but sometimes when they include more plastic and they include more artificial chemical things in it, so the process of reusing or the process of the decomposing is getting longer and longer in these kind of pollutants, which may cause to land pollution. And finally, industrial waste is about this. We can say that plastic factories, chemical producing factories, and oil refiners, these kind of industries are producing some sort of wastes that we cannot recycle or reuse them, which is a big source of land pollution. The last type of pollution is noise pollution. And about noise pollution, we can say this is the excessive, displeasing human, animal, or machine-created environmental noises that disrupts the activities or balance of human or animal life. Noise pollution can damage physiological or psychological health in human being, and it can cause to high blood pressure, stress-related illnesses, sleep disruptions, hearing loss, or sometimes to cancers. So noise pollution is a kind of dangerous kind of pollution, we can say. So there are some sources of noise pollution. The first one is transportation system. So the noises and horns of the cars and other kind of things. Construction. For buildings, highways and streets, they are using some machines or some instruments that are causing noises. For example, the usage of air compressors, bulldozers, loaders, dump trucks, and pavement breakers. These are sources of noise pollution. And industrial noises, like in machines that they are using in industries in order to produce different kind of stuffs. Loudspeakers, generators, and other kind of structures may be the causes. So starting with the other title, which is the ways to stop pollution, with conserving energy, with using public transportation, and with avoiding burning leaves, trash, and other materials in order to get heat. And finally, with recycling wastes, domestic wastes, we can stop or decrease the amount of pollution in the earth that we are living in it. So that was all about environmental pollution. Thanks for watching.